Everyone, this is Sugandha and you're watching Ready for SS English and I hope so y'all are well and y'all are waiting for my session. Today we are going to discuss something interesting and that is the fourth session of HR terms. Yes, we have already discussed 30 terms and they were, I can say precious terms because these terms are not available like this. If you would be searching, I have searched important terms, I have searched those terms which are really critical or you can say which are important related to HR profile, and then I have did those sessions. Okay, so you can find those sessions, like if you haven't seen those sessions you can find that in pinned comment, and yes, please watch those sessions because it includes really important terms, that is you can say about background verification, learning and development, and HR audit, salary slip, 360-degree feedback, HR metrics, appraisal, contractual employee compensation, employee engagement, and yes, they are 30 terms, so I can't name like this. Okay, so you can check. Now let's get started with it today. And today, yes, again I have 10 HR terms, and make sure to subscribe this channel if you're watching me for the very first time. And yes, to hit that cute notification bell icon so that you could get my updates later on as well. And one more request, if you're watching this session on my other channel, that is Ready to Get Update, then please subscribe to this English channel Ready for SS English, because I will be discontinuing posting, means uploading English sessions on my Hindi channel. Okay, so you won't be getting English sessions on my Hindi channel. Fine, so you can subscribe to this so that I can keep both the channels separate, like one for Hindi and one for English. Fine, so that's done. Let's get started with it. And first is bumping. Now, what is bumping in HRM? Now, see, bumping is basically refers to the practice of reassigning an employee from one position to another. Right? What is that? Like often displacing another employee from their current role. Now, this can occur for various reasons, like you can say organizational restructuring, job elimination, or the need to accommodate a more senior employee whose position has been eliminated. Now, this is very important. Senior employee whose position has been eliminated. I have a senior employee who is very talented, who is, you can say, a top talent, okay? But that position which that senior employee is holding now do not exist. Like he is a senior operations manager. Now something happened, I don't need that senior operations manager, that position is not there, then but that candidate is really good. So what I can do, I can shift that employee to some other department, to some other position, right? So this is called as bumping, right? So there can be type of bumping, that is like lateral bumping, vertical bumping, and you can say bumping by seniority. Now what is lateral bumping? Lateral bumping is see, an employee whose position has been eliminated and is reassigned to a different position at the same level within the organization. Same level is important. This could involve moving to a similar role in a different department or team. Now, what is vertical bumping? Now, vertical bumping is an employee who is displaced from their position being reassigned to higher level position, that is also become vacant due to organizational changes. And this could occur if the organization wants to retain the displaced employee and they possess the qualifications for the higher level role. Like you can promote to a person to the higher level position only if that person is deserving. You need to understand this. Now, then is bumping by seniority. Now, in this scenario, employee with the most seniority is given priority in selecting an available position. Yes, what position is available, you can select from that. Now, this can be a way to ensure that the long-serving employees are treated fairly, and they have a chance to continue their employment within the organization. Like you can choose from 2-3 options. You're not bumped like vertical bumping, or you can say by lateral bumping, that yes, you have to move to that position. I have only one position and you have to move to that position. This is not like this. Bumping by seniority is I have 2-3-4 options, you can select from them, right? So this is called as bumping. Let's move on to the next, and this is delayering. Now delayering is again a very interesting. Now, before discussing about delayering, let's discuss from where I have got these terms. Like I was, doing research on layoffs, and I have did 2 sessions on layoff, like what is layoff and how, what are the reasons of layoff. So there only I got these terms, like we used to do such things in our organization, but I just forgot to mention these terms in my sessions. Right, so this is like I have done 2 sessions on layoff. You can find those layoff sessions in the pinned comment. So from there I got an idea to talk about these terms as well. So this is like delayering. Now delayering, as you can understand with the name, this is the process of reducing number of hierarchical levels within an organization structure. Now again, there's a term organizational structure and hierarchy. So I have done one session on organizational structure on my other channel. This is ready to get update. You can find that in the corporate series. If you want that session in English, then you can tell me. Okay. So this is like that is also in slide form, so you can have a look over that, like what is organizational structure and how we can streamline the organizational structure as per different ways. So this basically involves eliminating, or you can say consolidating, managerial positions and streamlining the reporting relationships within the organization. Yes, there is scattered relationships, reporting relationships, or you can say there are too many positions. So what we are doing is we are delayering. The goal of delayering is basically to increase efficiency and reduce bureaucracy. Yes, because we are delayering, we are reducing, we are eliminating few managerial positions, and yes, obviously improving communication by flattening the organizational structure. So what how we can do this, like if we have to do delayering, how we can do this? Now we can reduce hierarchy. Delayering can empower employees by giving them more autonomy and responsibility. With fewer levels of management, decisions can be made, closer to the operational level, allowing employees to take ownership of their work. And yes, there will be increased communication, and yes, they have to face potential challenges, but yes, delayering will help to face those challenges. And yes, it will help in performance management, skill development, and yes, strategic alignment as well. So this is delayering. Now next is e-recruitment, and this has been requested several times. So I didn't make a separate session. I thought to include this in HR terms only. So if you need a separate session, then yes, you can tell me. Now this is an online recruitment, or obviously an electronic recruitment, which is basically you can say the process of using digital platforms and technologies to attract, screen, and to attract, screen, and yes, select candidates for job openings within an organization. Now this is very simple, like we do this is e-recruitment only, like we attract, we screen, and we select candidates through digital platforms for the job openings. So this is e-recruitment, has basically become popular, increasingly popular and effective due to the widespread use of internet, and you can say advancement in digital communication. We can see that since COVID we are doing it. We were doing it earlier also, but since COVID, as people were not able to move, then yes, these e-recruitments were happening. And now after artificial intelligence, we are using more of artificial intelligence, then yes, this is a trendy, you can say. So now what are the key features and yes, benefits of free recruitment? So yes, online job postings, we have to do online job postings for this. Automated application processes there is in e-recruitment, and yes, there is a wider reach because there's a global audience. You can reach to global audience. It's cost saving because it's online job posting and application process, so it's very cost effective than traditional methods such as print advertising and all. And yes, faster turnaround, it's faster. Data analysis, we can do data analytics and reporting features are there on digital recruitment platforms. We can analyze, we can track, effectiveness of recruitment efforts. We can, check the number of applicants, sources of applications, conversion rates. So data analysis part is really well in e-recruitment, and works well actually in e-recruitment. And then yes, candidate screening can be done. Enhanced branding is there. Yes, branding is also there. And mobile accessibility, mobile, with increasing use of smartphones, e-recruitment platforms are often designed to be mobile friendly, so it allow more and more candidates to apply for jobs without using laptops or system and all, because nowadays everybody is having smartphone, so anyone can apply. E-recruitment platforms provide channels for communication between HR professionals and candidates, and that facilitates updates on application status, interview schedules, and yes, other important information. So this is basically e-recruitment. Now next is employee net promoter score, and this is important. Now see, employee net promoter score is a matrix used by organization to measure employee satisfaction and loyalty. Yes, Now, what is metrics? If you want to understand what is metrics, like HR metrics, then yes, I have done one session on HR metrics where I have discussed around 10, 12 metrics, that how we can measure things. Now, it is basically a quantifiable measurement, like anything which can be measured, and from there we can make so many analysis in HR, right? So this is basically a measurement. So if you want to have a look on this session, HR metrics, then yes, I have uploaded this session, yeah, on my channel, ready to get update in Hindi. If you want in English over here, then yes, you can tell me, right? So like it's derived from the concept of the net promoter score, and which is commonly used to measure customer satisfaction and loyalty. So this is calculated on a scale of 0 to 10, and this is how likely are you to recommend our company as a place to work. Means in surveys from 0 to 10 scale, how likely are you to recommend our company as a place to work? So we can say that if the score is 9 to 10, so these employees are highly satisfied with their work experience and are likely to recommend the company to others. They are seen as loyal and engaged employees actually. Now, if the score is between 7 to 8, now this is an example. It could be that company has set other criteria for this scoring, but this is just an example. Like these employees who scored between 7 to 8 are generally satisfied but may not be as enthusiastic as promoters. Means they won't be promoting much our company. They are somewhat neutral and might not actively recommend the company. Now, next is detractors. That is score from 0 to 6, or you can say 0 to 4 or 0 to 5. Now, these employees are less satisfied and may have negative feelings about their work experience. So, they are less likely to recommend the company and might even share negative feedback. Additionally, you can say that these organizations should act on the feedback like provided by this survey. They can identify the reasons behind the low scores and yes, address employee concerns, can lead to improved workplace conditions and better morale, increased loyalty. So this is really important. Next is gamification. Now, what is gamification? As the name suggests, gamification. Now, see, it involves the use of game like elements and principles in various HR processes to engage employees, motivate behavior, and enhance learning and development. Okay, so by applying the gamification strategies, organizations aim to make HR processes more engaging, enjoyable, and effective. So ultimately leading to improved employee performance and satisfaction. So, we can apply gamification in some ways. That is, if you are doing employee onboarding and training. So gamification can be used to make onboarding process more interactive and engaging. Like we can have interactive modules, quizzes, challenges that help them learn about the company culture, policies, procedures, right? And if you are doing performance management, so gamification can provide more dynamic approach to performance management as well. They can, employees can set goals, earn points or badges for completing tasks, and track their progress over time. Means basically gamification is use of game in HR processes and strategies, and likewise in recruitment and selection we can use this element gamification, and that is like we are doing skill test, online assessment in a game kind of a way, like candidates are able to enjoy more. Same way in employee engagement, we can use skill development and learning. We can use recognition, rewards. We can use like they can earn points, badges, or virtual rewards. And same way we can use in other like health and wellness programs, team collaboration, communication, and feedback and performance reviews. And in different ways, we can use in different processes and strategies. We can use this gamification in different ways, applying games in unique way. Okay. So next is HR consulting. Now, what is HR consulting? HR consulting is the practice of providing professional advisory and support services to organizations in various aspects of human resource management. So focus on this professional advisory and support services to organizations. Now, HR consultants are experts in the field of obviously HR and help businesses address a wide range of HR related challenges and opportunities. Now, some of the areas in which HR consulting services are commonly provided is, you can say, organizational development, talent acquisition, recruitment, employee engagement, performance management, training and development, compensation and benefits, HR policies and procedures, compliance and legal issues, employee relations, outsourced HR services, diversity and inclusion, and yes, HR technology and systems. So yes, advisors can be given, professional advisors, HR professional advice can be given all these domains. Okay. Next is internship. Now everybody is aware about internship. I have done a proper series of sessions on internship, like what is internship, how you can get these internships, what are the skills required to become an intern, or and what are the questions that can be asked in internship interview question and answers. You can find that in a pinned comment. But yes, since this is a term here, so let's answer it briefly. So basically, internship involves a temporary work experience opportunity where individuals gain hands-on experience to the various functions and responsibilities, and it could be in any domain. Internships, or you can say internships, are designed to provide participants with practical insights into their field, and allow them to apply theoretical knowledge gained from their studies to real world scenarios. It is basically a form of training. So these internships can be valuable stepping stone for individuals interested in pursuing career. Okay, in whatever field, like if you're doing in marketing, finance, IT, HR, then yes, so they can provide you valuable insights. Fine. Next is probationary period. Now, again, this is really interesting. It is a specific period of time during which newly hired employees' performance and suitability for the job are evaluated by the employer. You can say this is basically a trial period, and which allows both employer and the employee to assess whether the role is a good fit and whether the employee meets the job expectations and requirements. Now, it has a proper purpose. Now, what is the purpose? You can say purpose is to provide designated time frame for the employer to assess employees' job performance, skills, work ethics, and overall fit within the organization. How we will come to know that the candidate is good fit or not? So there is a probationary period for this. Now this duration can vary depending upon the company's policies, or you can say industry practices, and the yes nature of the job as well. So it is typically a fixed period of time, often ranging from 1 to 6 months. Okay. And yes, evaluation is done by supervisor and manager. And this is yes, training and development period, feedback and communication is there. Or after this, there could be a termination or confirmation. There could be extension as well of the training of this probationary period actually. And yes, benefits and employment rights are also there in this. There is a proper documentation of this process, and this should be done with the company policies. Like there should be proper policies regarding the probationary period, and employees should be made aware of this, that what are the rules for the probationary period. Okay. Next is relieving letter. Relieving letter is also, you can say, a release letter, and it is basically an official document provided by an employer to an employee who is leaving the organization. So it serves as confirmation that the employee has resigned from their position and has completed their employment obligations, allowing them to move on to their next job. And yes, it is an important document for both the employee and the employer, as it signifies the end of the employment relationship. Okay. And yes, there is a proper purpose, the content, you must see the proper content. Confirmation of employment should be there, release of liabilities should be there in that. Format and structure should be proper, employee signature should be there, resignation acceptance should be there. Okay. And yes, obviously it should be as per labor laws and regulations applicable in a respective jurisdiction. Okay. Now last is, you can say, work-life balance, and this is very interesting, and you can say my favorite session. Work-life balance. I believe in work-life balance a lot. So basically, you can say work-life balance refers to the or equilibrium between the time and energy an individual devotes to their work-related activities and yes, their personal life, including, you can say, family, leisure, health, and yes, other non-work pursuits. So achieving a healthy work-life balance is essential for maintaining overall well-being, reducing stress, and increasing or fostering satisfaction, both professional and personal aspects of life. It's really important to have a proper work life balance. In start of our career, it happens that we are not able to maintain work life balance, but it's really important, it's critical. We must think that how we can maintain it. Okay, so we must allocate proper time and flexible work arrangements. Yes. Health and well-being is really important, and we need to maintain quality relationships also. There shouldn't be burnout, like you are exhausted mentally, physically in your work, and you're not able to prioritize your family or your personal things. Okay. And setting boundaries is really important for this. So if you want a separate session on work-life balance, I can provide that because I really believe and this is my favorite topic. Okay. So I hope so this was helpful, and if it's helpful, please do let me know in the comment section. And yes, if you want to have a detailed session on any of the above terms or any other session, please do let me know, right? So till next video, all the very best to stay happy, stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.